Oftentimes you hear the success stories of people pursuing their passion and doing what they love. But it's not often that we get to hear the struggles that individuals face while pursuing their passion. Welcome to today's podcast. All right, everybody. So welcome to today's podcast. I'm here. I'm joined. Well, my English not working. Am I?
Chinese.
Yeah. Okay, but I have here with me, Shamin. Yeah, if you listen to the previous podcast, you have known a little bit about her and her story in Taiwan. But for those of you who did not manage to listen in, okay, Shamin, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Charmaine and I am a freelance host and voiceover artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love the sound effects.
I still got the favorite Titanic one.
It's the off key.
Yeah.
Love it.
But yeah, so if any of you are looking for like someone to host your events or to do voiceovers or to do live streams, right?
Yep, that's right.
All right, can hit up Charmaine at her Instagram, which the link will be in the description below. You can check out her YouTube, which will be there also. Yeah, or if not, you can just say your Instagram also.
Charmaine di pui pui. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what were you doing before you started doing hosting and voice overs and live stream?
I was doing a lot of odd jobs
Yep.
and also a lot of internships for, I guess, marketing in general. Social media marketing, digital marketing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about it. And I did a lot of part-time jobs like ice cream scooper, cashier, retail, acai, coffee, McDonald's, whatever you can think of, except for like clothes stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so all these were the things you did before you did hosting and whatnot. So when do you realize hosting is something you wanted to pursue full time? Okay, let's not go to full time first. When did the thought of doing hosting come to your mind?
Okay, so hosting I think it has been ingrained or gifted to me since I was younger. Okay. Don't mean to brag, but
Yeah.
I really think it was gifted to me since I was young because when I was younger, I loved show and tells. Or like in class, teachers like, who wants to volunteer to read the passage?
Okay.
It's definitely my hand up. Yeah, so I was always the one who volunteered to read the passage. In school, I would volunteer to do the announcements, the pledge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I guess my teacher saw something and then they would ask me to MC for Teachers' Day, Commendation Day.
This was in primary school or secondary school?
Secondary school. Yeah.
Okay.
So since then, but the whole reading passage is since primary school or kindergarten. But then in secondary school, after all the MCing, I realized that, oh, you know what? I can do radio. I can become a radio DJ. Yeah, so my ultimate goal was radio DJ.
Yeah.
Because whenever I was in the car, I would hear my dad play the radio. And then there's this radio DJ. I don't know if you guys know her. Her name is Charmaine Yee, Yee. And she's on Kiss 92.
Yeah.
So since her name was so similar to my name, I'm like inspired. So I would hear her say like, it's Charmaine Yee on Kiss 92, all the great songs in one place. And then I'll repeat after that. I'll repeat after her and then I'll turn to my dad. For example, you're my dad. I'll be like, Pa, that's me next time. Charmaine Lee on Kiss 92.
Okay, can you do that sentence but with Charmaine Lee instead? Come.
All right, that's all for today, everyone. It's Charmaine Lee with you guys here on Kiss 92, all the great songs in one place. Okay, let's try that again.
Okay, sure.
Okay, one more time.
Yeah.
I stumbled on my words.
All right.
What we do when we warm up is that we do this.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. All right, thank you so much, everyone. It's your girl, Charmaine Lee on Kiss 92, all the great songs in one place. Okay, give me a clap.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, so that was the ultimate dream. And then I didn't do well in O levels. I tried to apply for all the mass communications courses in poly,
Yeah.
all 5, but I got my last choice, which was nursing.
Okay.
But I was in Ngee Ann Poly and I lived in the east, so I decided to appeal to Temasek Poly.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, when you appeal, they only give you what you have left in the school. And I thought, you know what? I love enjoying interior design. I could draw. Why not? Let's do interior design.
Yeah.
Did 3 years of it, hated it. And then all that I loved about interior design was the marketing side because I could present a lot.
Yeah.
And I love all the final presentations when I present my work.
Okay.
But my work was crap. But I love the presentation side. So don't tell me to do sales, okay? I cannot do sales. I cannot convince someone, but I just love to talk.
Okay.
Yeah. So throughout the entire 3 years, I was always thinking, should I change to mass comm, appeal myself to mass comm so that I can do radio? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I just gave up. And then after poly, I decided that I'm not gonna go to university because you know what, uni's just not for me.
Yeah.
So I just went to internship at marketing jobs.
Yeah.
Since marketing, I kind of liked it not liked, but not too bad in poly. So I tried marketing internships here and there. At the end of the day, it was still hosting, emceeing at the back of my mind.
Yeah.
So I guess it was like a dream and a desire that never left me, which is kind of cool after all these years. I'm sure many of you feel that if you're a creative and you wanna, I guess, do podcasts for the rest of your life, and it keeps haunting you no matter where you go, then I think it says something. It's quite
Yeah.
it's quite, your dreams and your desires are quite weighty in your life that
Yeah.
you cannot get rid of it. Yeah, or if you want to do, I don't know, video content creation or photography, no matter what you do in the office, you'll always be thinking of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I decided that, you know what? I ain't gonna do an office job.
Nice.
I ain't gonna settle. So I'm just gonna chase this all the way. Yeah. Oh, so cute. Yay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So how has it been like? So when do you decide to chase this, or rather go all in into your hosting career?
Okay, so I've officially tried and strived for this about, I think I'm about 8 months into it
Yeah.
or 7 months. Yeah, and it hasn't been easy, man. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a freelancer, you'll understand this, that you have to find your own gigs, push yourself out there, quote your own prices, negotiate on your own, search for what is best for you, keep your motivation going, and all that stuff. So basically, you're your own company,
Yeah.
but you're a product as well to sell.
Mm.
Yeah. So really hasn't been easy for me, especially in the start where I had little to no gig at all. And I mean, I'm 24 this year, so it's a lot of, hey, I want to support my parents.
Yeah.
I want to supply them with money.
Yeah.
But then here I am struggling on my own.
Mm.
So I struggled a lot with like, can't you just suck it up and go to an office job and support your parents rather than down here chasing this stupid dream of mine
Yeah.
when our parents could give up everything and support their child, but why can't I do the same for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I guess I was too selfish. So here I am chasing this dream over here. Yeah, and a lot of praying, a lot of crying, a lot of faith picture writing.
Yeah.
I will write on paper like, I am gonna be an MC and radio DJ one day. Amen. And then I paste it on my
Amen.
mirror. And then my friends community is so important. My
Yeah.
friends will always pray for me and tell me not to give it up because
Yeah.
they believe that it's possible.
Yeah.
Because honestly, to me, it's not possible. It's so uncommon. The market is so niche. How is it even possible? Singapore is so big. There's only how many radio DJs?
Yeah.
You can count with your fingers, right? So, but my friends, they literally photoshopped my face with like the whole radio setup.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they gave it to me as a birthday present. And it was kind of cool because I think a couple of days before that, I was reading on how to become a radio DJ, like what are the possible routes.
Yeah.
And I literally saw that same photo that they photoshopped me in. And I
Wow.
was like, wow, this girl kind of looked like me, and like brown hair, the vibes about the same.
Yeah.
But I don't know who she is. She's not a radio DJ. She was just a student from the Wee Kim Wee.
Mm.
Yeah, so then they photoshopped my face there. I'm like, wow, that is like coincidence or not,
Yeah.
you know? Then I know that, I'm called to be here, I guess. When no matter how much I try to deviate from it, it always seems like I'm being brought back here.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. I guess the holier side of me is like no matter how much you escape from your dream, the Lord will always bring you back into the dream.
Mm.
Cause I mean, I can 100%, 200% say that this gift of mine or like this dream and desire of mine is from the Lord Himself. If it wasn't from Him, then I wouldn't even be able to host the way I host. Like many
Yeah.
people ask me, how do you have such confidence to go on stage and host? I'm like, I really don't know.
Mm.
It just happens. It just flows this way. And then they're like, how do you think of such things to say? And I say,
Yeah.
I really don't know.
It just comes.
Yeah, it just comes. So I can't explain it except God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if any of one of you out there wants to chase your dream, but you don't dare to, and you feel like, I need a stable job, a stable income. Everybody starts somewhere and you
Yeah.
have to chase it. I mean, I'm not successfully a radio DJ or MC or host right now, but I can see that, one step at a time and I'll
Yeah.
get there someday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a pro dreamer, okay? You want to dream? I'm here for your dream.
Again, her Instagram is at Shamindi Pui.
Oh, yes, I guess.
Yeah. So how, like, because you mentioned like at the start when you decided to go full time on this to put all your effort into pursuing this career. So how did it look like for you at the start, and what did you have to do?
What did it look like for me at the start? It looked like I'm really starting from nothing.
Mm.
It felt like I had no talent at all.
Mm.
And because I had to push myself out,
Yeah.
basically. So I had to email every single company that I can think of as if I'm sending resumes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure many of you guys know how you have to send resumes out
Yeah.
after you graduate, right? Or like when you find a job. And out of, I don't know, 10 resumes, how many do you usually get back? Like in terms of interview wise or replies?
Okay, let's see. I applied for, okay, back then about 1 year. Was it 1 year ago? Okay, a few months ago lah. Basically, end of last year, I applied for about 7 internships and 17 full-time jobs. So for internship, I only got 1 reply. The full-time jobs, I only had 3 replies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about the same for
Yeah.
me. Really, you send out 10 emails, you either get no replies at all or just 1 reply. Yeah, and I had to do a lot of decision making on how much I would like to quote them, how
Yeah.
many hours I would like to host for, and yeah, how am I gonna, I guess, portray myself to them. So I guess a lot of decision making for the start
Yeah.
and pushing yourself out there and telling them that, hey, I'm a freelancer. If you ever need me, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so setting the grounds, making show reels, portfolios, or I do make resumes and CVs as well, just to send out there.
Yeah.
And very importantly, take casting shots. They want to see your face and your body. Because, for example, I would like to host a road show for cars.
Yeah. Okay.
They wouldn't accept me. They will only accept slim and
Oh, got
looks a
such-
certain
what
way.
the?
Yeah,
Okay, I did
so
not
I
know.
actually ever get rejected because I wasn't pretty enough. Like they literally said,
No.
you're not pretty enough or not slim enough. That's why we cannot choose you. We have to choose someone else.
Okay.
So it's pretty cutthroat. Anyone thinking of hosting, it's pretty
Wow.
cutthroat. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a lot of emailing, quoting, decisions.
Hmm.
But I mean, in the beginning, I didn't really get any jobs. It's really like networking. I think networking is very important as well
Yeah.
because a lot of friends introduced me jobs actually.
Oh.
Yeah, like friends from way back.
Mm.
But because I post so much on Instagram about me hosting, then they're
Yeah.
like, hey, would you like to help host for my company for this event?
Wow.
And so on and so forth.
Okay. Yeah. Then, because this is a hosting set, right?
Mhm.
So what about the radio DJ side?
Oh, okay. So at the point of time, also kind of cool. At the point of time when I decided to go full on out
Yeah.
into this, they started to ask for radio DJ for a day challenges on TikTok.
What's your TikTok?
Charmaine Lee Zero. I'm not very active on there, but sure.
Wait, I thought you're quite active.
Not really. I don't really like TikTok. Sorry, I don't.
But you just do the challenges on
yeah,
TikTok, right?
I created TikTok just for the challenge
Nice.
because I was that desperate into getting into radio industry
Yeah.
or this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did a lot of TikTok challenges where with the 987 radio DJs.
Jermaine, right?
Yeah, Jermaine, her challenges, I did it all. Posted it on my Instagram to tag her as well. I did a lot of voiceover challenges as well
Yeah.
from the West.
It's the Angmo one, right?
Yeah, the Angmo one. And then I just tried to push as much as I could.
Mm.
But of course, no response. But I guess gotta be like a bit no face when it comes to this kind of things. But you also cannot be too annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing where to draw the boundary between pushing yourself and overselling yourself.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, radio side didn't make it.
Yeah.
Oh, but I did like send resumes in
Okay.
because they actually had job offers online
Oh.
for radio DJ, but I feel like it wasn't even in good use because at the end of the day they took in a radio DJ from the challenge, from the radio DJ a day.
Oh.
Yeah, she won the radio DJ for a day, and then she became on the weekday. She came on the weekday show.
Wow.
So can you imagine like how terrible am I? Okay,
You must have
being
felt
real.
very sad.
Yeah, I'm like, I started asking myself, am I really not good enough? Am I really not talented enough? And then I start comparing myself with that DJ.
Yeah.
So I'll literally watch her videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're really not like her. You really don't sound like her. You really don't look like her. You're really not as good as her. That's why you weren't picked.
Mm.
So yeah, if you're a freelancer, influencer, whatever, it's a lot of mind battles as well on your visuals and your talents in comparison, which doesn't really help because since younger I've been struggling with it until today. Then that's when I realized that it was all a build up for my future, I guess. Yeah,
to make you kind of be stronger in the face of when you face this kind of mind challenges.
Yeah, correct. And I didn't know that until today. I realized that I realized why I loved to read the passages when the teachers were asking.
Why?
It's because all along this was the lifelong dream for me. Was to host or like speak in front of crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I realized that everything started to match into this big picture, which was hosting.
Okay.
And emceeing, which was kind of cool, I guess. Okay, don't mean to be too holy, but
no, it's fine. Just say, yeah. Being real.
Yeah. So in poly, when in the past, when someone asked me, "What's your favorite verse?" Right, I would say I don't really have one. I don't really read the Bible, but then in poly, the verse was life and death is in the power of your tongue. Those who eat of it shall eat its fruits.
Yeah.
And at first, it was just about that. And I was always telling people like, hey, your words have a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Your words have a lot of weight. So watch what you say. If you're saying vulgarities, then it's going to be death into your life all the way. If you're going to talk about stress, then your life is going to be all about stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, but basically I'm telling others like your words have so much weight in people's life and even in your life.
Yeah.
So so I made that my life verse at the end of the day.
Okay.
And also, I'm not sure if you remember, but in Sec 4, pastors...
Dude, that's like 10 years ago, dude.
Right.
But okay.
Yep.
No, not 10 years.
No,
Sec four,
about 8 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Pastor Adrian preached something about, okay, not preached, in a level session, he talked about the rudder of the boat.
Dude, that's like the classic thing they talk about, dude. What
Is
he's
it?
talking about.
Really?
I've heard that like how many 10? I heard that 10 over times already.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah, okay, continue.
Okay, yeah, so the rudder of the boat, right? Like the boat is so big, but the rudder itself
Yeah,
shifts the boat left and right and all this stuff.
yeah,
And our tongue is the rudder. So
Yeah.
I really held on to that. And then in poly, because, okay, if you have never been to poly is a black hole of toxicness.
That's university also, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, then, so basically JC people, you guys are like,
Honestly, anything out of secondary school is just toxic.
you have never been to poly. It's like,
I'm pretty sure I've been sucked in.
yeah. I mean, we have seen people been sucked into the
Yeah.
poly black hole, right?
Cough, cough.
You know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
So,
If I ever put this part on the Insta story, right, I'm gonna like add.
sorry.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I emphasized to my friends about your word is weighty.
Yeah.
Because my friends around me in poly, they were always talking about stress. Like, they would say, oh my god, so stressed. I wish a cow would bang me now. I say, you wish your... Okay, but she wasn't a Christian. She wasn't like Chinese or whatever, right? Then I'm like, if you wish your cow would bang you now, it really will. Your words have a lot of power. And then, okay, like, I know it's from the Bible, but if like mere men, it happens to mere men, right?
Yeah.
Then what more a Christian?
Yeah.
Yeah, so ever since that became my life verse, now in hindsight, I see why the Lord made it
Your
life
life
verse.
verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it linked to
Wow.
my talent,
Nice.
I guess, that
Yeah.
words really matters to me. And like this tongue of mine really matters to me, the way I speak, the way I talk, the way I do stuff.
Yeah.
So it
kind of adds up, lah.
yeah, correct. So it's like, really, once again, if any of you out there, you're dreaming and it's always at the back of your mind, like that dream of yours, you'll start to see that everything adds up to that dream
Yeah.
when you really place that dream in the Lord's hands.
Yeah.
So holy, hey.
First guess, there's this that links it back to
Yeah.
her beliefs.
Yep, correct.
Yeah. Then I guess, so what was it that, because when you said when you've been doing this for about 8 months, like full time,
Mhm.
and I'm very sure that, okay lah, not I'm very sure, but I mean, you mentioned it during lunch that there have been a lot of ups and downs, sometimes more downs than ups. What has gotten you through this valley period?
Oh, friends, really, and a lot of prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cried so much. I even wrote it in my journal. Okay, in the start, I was like, man, life sucks, man.
Okay.
Like, life really sucks, and my career's not going well. Everything's not going well. And I'm just always in this downward spiral, and I felt so heavy emotionally.
Yeah.
And my friends could tell also. My friends could tell, like, why you always like so down?
Mm.
And I'm someone who is very happy. Like, I can laugh and smile. I can eat. I can watch funny videos, but I'm laughing. But, I'm not genuinely happy. You feel that?
Yeah.
Sometimes? Especially when we're adulting right now. You're always asking, what's the real joy? Where's the real joy?
Yeah.
Or, what is the real purpose in life? Or when can I ever be happy?
Wow.
So that was my question for me all the time throughout at the start. A lot of tears I wrote down in my journal. At first I wrote down like, oh man, like, Lord help me. Lord help me through this. I believe that you will help me with my dream. I believe you'll help me with my career. I believe you'll open the door for me and blah blah blah. Well, but at the end of the day I gave up. I really gave up. I wrote down like, Lord, life really sucks. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything now. Life really sucks for me and I want to die.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely feel like dying. Okay, disclaimer, if anyone is sensitive to like suicidal stuff, I'm gonna be talking about like this kind of stuff, okay? So I wanted to like take my own life, I guess. But then I didn't dare.
Thank God.
Yes, thank God. Like, the bonus in me cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
like-
bonus in you is just to stand in front of people and talk lah, and host.
Yeah, correct. And not kill myself.
It is limited to that.
Yes, correct.
Thankfully.
So like, really thank God.
Yeah.
And yeah, it takes courage to actually commit suicide. And
Yes.
and I hope like people who are, you ever thought of suicide, you actually see that, taking suicide itself is courage, and why don't you use that courage for, I mean, in a more positive light, I guess, and not use it for something that will actually ruin that courage and not put it to good use. Okay, I don't know why I said that, but anyway, yeah. So I really told. I think at the point of time, I felt bad for my friends because I'm always talking about my career to my
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
If you look through my Telegram chats, right, you'll be like, oh my gosh, this girl is annoying talking about her dream and her
But
radio DJ.
but to be fair, it is your life though. It is what consumes the entire thing of your life though. So I think it's quite reasonable, but also maybe because I'm not the one that's dealing
you're
with it
the
on a daily
receiving end,
basis.
Yeah, but I felt that my mind was so wrapped up around this
Yeah.
that it actually controlled me more than I controlled it. Yeah, so I talked to my friends a lot about it, but they were very kind and nice to pray for me every single time. That even they made that radio DJ photo for me, right? So I think friends is very important, and yeah, actually I did a podcast on like chasing dreams and everything, and
Okay, yeah. So the podcast link will be in the link to her Spotify
yeah,
podcast will be in the description.
I don't mean to like advertise my
No, it doesn't matter.
Spotify,
Doesn't
but
matter.
I mean I talked about how when you chase your dreams, it's community and friends. It's really, really very important. If you
Yeah.
don't even tell anybody about your dreams, you're the only one chasing it. You don't have like an army behind
Wow.
you chasing for it together with you.
Yeah.
When I feel like giving up, the moment I feel like giving up, right? Sometimes I wouldn't tell my friends but sometimes
They can tell.
yeah, they can tell that it's bothering me still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also when I don't tell my friends, after a few weeks I realized that if I tell my friends it'll be even better. But after a while I'll first apologize to my friend. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry friends for talking about this again. But can you please pray for me that
Yeah.
I want my career to be well and I want open doors.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of prayer, a lot of
Okay.
support. And then in 2022 I felt a weight lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah.
I was getting same kind of gigs, same amount of money, but I felt happier.
Yeah.
And because my friends supported me. So yeah, important thing, have friends. You don't have a friend, find me, okay? Shami Lipupui, I talk a lot. I would love to hear you talk. And I'm a dream chaser, okay? Sounds so cliche and lame, but I'm so for your dreams. And yeah, if any of you wanna need a hearing ear, I guess listening ear, I'm here. Yeah.
So how do you deal with like has there been anybody that told you to like wake up and stop dreaming?
Parents. Okay, no, my parents are very supportive,
Yeah,
but there's also like the practical side. I
definitely.
think just last night my mom asked me, "Are you sure you want to do this full time?
Okay.
You're not getting a stable income." And I said, "Yeah, to me this is a full time job,
Yeah.
Then she's like, "But it's still an ad hoc job." I'm like, "No,
Mm.
my ad hoc job is my full time job, and I can see potential in this."
Okay.
So there will always be people opposing to you no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Even in an office job, there will be someone opposing you.
Yes.
So it's really inevitable, and you just gotta work through it and like show them that you've got this
Yeah.
and it's possible. And I've heard it somewhere that people wanna like punch down your dream because they themselves couldn't.
Do you hear it from Gary V?
Who is that? I
Okay,
don't
that's
know.
probably not Gary V.
Yeah, general inspirational quotes, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. If someone is punching down your dream, oh, I heard it on the 987 TikTok from one of the radio DJs,
Sonia.
Nicole.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She was saying, don't let someone knock down your dream because, oh no, don't let someone tell you that your dream is too big because they couldn't achieve their big dream.
Wow.
Yeah. Basically, they want to knock you down because they couldn't make it.
Mm.
Yeah, so that they feel like they're on the same level as you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're here trying at least.
Mm. Yeah, and I think the thing about like why why Charmaine is here to share is because I think it's very different in the sense that we get to hear from you about really what it looks like to just start out. Yeah, because okay, let's say we take radio DJs for example. We look at Joakim, Sonia, Nicole, all these people, they are established in the industry. Yeah, so when I guess it's different when they talk about their struggles at the start because it's a very nostalgic kind of thing for them. They're like, oh yeah, it was like this, but for you right now, it is something that you're going through right now. Yeah, you're still in the growing process, and I believe that this is something that your career will prosper lah. Yeah, and because I think like during lunch you were saying about how every time you talk about in the past, every time you talk about looking for a full-time job, somebody will tell you, oh hey, by the way, actually I got a gig for you, just let you know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you should I share about that?
Just share.
Okay, so every single time, so when I decided to go into this full time, right? Every single time I felt like giving up because I wasn't receiving any gig at all. I would start to look through like Careers SG on all the job search websites. So in the past, when I was still working internships and all that stuff, and also doing hosting at the same time, when I searched through all the jobs website, I'm just like really searching through, right? And then now when I decided to do this, I told a lot like I'm gonna do this full time and I need your hands to be on this, right? When I started to search for jobs online, suddenly I kid you not, like really within an hour or maybe in that instant or within that night or by the next day, I would receive a text saying that, hey, I've been trying to push you to my company to help me host for an event. And yeah, I just wanted you to know that I'm trying to help you get gigs.
Yeah.
And it's like all these people, some of them are close friends and some of them I have never talked to them in years or like we're just acquaintances from the past.
Yeah.
But how did they even think about me, you know?
That's why your social media marketing advertising is very important.
Yes, that's right. Like fake it till you make it, okay? Even when
Okay, you're not faking it. You're very good.
No, okay. I tell you the truth, okay? Sometimes the post that I post on my Instagram about me hosting, I'm just earning $20.
It's fine, but you are hosting. It's fine.
Okay, I guess. Okay, I guess the guilt in me is like I'm faking it because I'm earning $20 in total, but here I am showing as if I've done a huge virtual event.
Yeah, but I guess it also boils down to the fact that I think this is something I was thinking about because as with like let's say this podcast, right? So the views obviously aren't great because it's just started, right? So the question that I always struggle with is so if I know that I won't get that views, does it mean that um I don't produce quality?
Mm.
But no, it doesn't mean that way. What it just means that I keep doing what I'm doing, do it to the best of my abilities, keep growing, keep learning, and whatever happens, it will happen, lor. And I think that's the same for you. It's like you're always giving your best in all these events. Yeah, and it's not about. I think the value that you bring and how good you are as a host isn't determined by how much you're paid. Yeah, because let's be honest, pay honestly partly comes with how much experience you have,
Yeah.
how popular you are and whatnot, right? But for someone that's starting out, that is already to your disadvantage. So what you bring to the table is your energy, your professionalism. I think it's really just the energy that you bring, lah. Yeah, and like someone said you had a very nice smile, right?
Oh yes. Yeah, so I actually got approached by a big company and they were telling me that, oh, I need you to help me do live streams and I'm trying to propose you to my big boss. So I actually went through an interview with them also so at first it was just the person that approached me, then it was her team.
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, we need to submit this to the big boss.
All right.
Yeah. But then the company was so big, right? That I asked her, like, what do you see in me? I literally asked, oh, what do you see in me? Then she was like, I don't know, you just have this such a nice smile on your Instagram and you just look different compared to the rest of them. They're just like photos, but yours is like there's a smile and there's like a certain kind of difference in you.
Yeah.
They said that. I was like, wow, God.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah. And then they even told me all the pricing and everything already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think she was pretty like adamant on getting me.
Yeah.
But the big boss rejected me at the end of the day. But I asked her, because it's such a big company, right? I asked her, how do you know me? Like, how do you find out about me? And she's like, I don't know. Someone introduced me to you and said you're a great host. And I'm like, who? I have no friends in this big company. I don't know how my name even got to this big company.
Yeah.
So I guess even if I got rejected, I was kind of sad at first. Then I told my friend, and she said, "But it's the fact that they even recognized you. Like
Yeah.
you are known in the market now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, better than not being known at all, right?" And I said, "That's true. So friends are very important. They help you see things that you don't see. 旁观者清."
敬慕者黑.
Is that? Oh my god! There's a
Yes,
there's an
yes, yes. There's a continuation. Are you sure you went Taiwan for 1 year?
Nope, I'm not
JK.
sure.
Yeah. If you're wondering why she went Taiwan for 1 year, how it was like, you should listen to the previous podcast. Yeah, but okay. Yeah. So I guess the next question is, how are you right now?
How am I? I'm a lot happier.
Yeah.
I'm not getting. I'm not getting this. No, no. I'm getting the same kind of gigs from last year,
Yeah.
but a little bit more. But
Mm.
I'm just happier
Okay.
because I knew that I'm walking. I know that I'm walking in the path that I'm supposed to walk.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you guys have experienced this before. Maybe, I don't know about peer also, maybe. Like, when you're not doing something that you're called to do in your season, you just feel not at peace.
Yeah.
And you're just always looking for something else.
Yeah, that's just me studying in university actually.
Oh, really? Why don't you share your story?
That's for another time. Okay, come continue, please.
So, yeah, I'm just genuinely happier.
Yeah.
And I am still constantly telling the Lord that, hey, I'm lifting this
Yeah.
up to you and it's in your hands. So whatever open doors I have, it's really all up to God, you know.
Yeah.
And with whatever I have, I'm just gonna hone my skills, build that portfolio, and yeah, just do it out of joy, I guess. And I'm just happier. And I hope my joy can be spread around to the people around me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you ever need someone to host your event and make sure that the crowd leaves the event happy, it's me.
Charmaine di Pui Pui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just happy.
That's good.
Yes.
I think like how to say, I think it's also very important that you really enjoy your job. I think it spills over to how you do it. It's not just a job for you, it's something that you are so passionate about. And I
Yeah.
think being passionate about what you do is so important because let's be honest, like there are never easy times in a job, or rather it's not always smooth sailing.
Mhm.
But when you're so passionate about something, it makes it so much more worth it
Yeah.
because you know that no, this is what I really enjoy doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Like, I can attest to that because I've been working at so many jobs, right? So when I was super unhappy and my mood was just down and out because I've been thinking about this whole other dream, it reflected in my work and how I replied to my boss. I was so rude. When I look back, I'm like, wow, I ought to be fired. Okay,
Wait,
but
what did you reply? Or how
I
did you
was
reply?
I said I regretted coming back to this job.
My gosh.
And I was very close to the boss, and it's quite heartbreaking because now I'm like, I don't know.
You want to say sorry to your boss in case he/she is listening?
Sorry. Like, she's very nice. She's very forgiving, but I don't think it was very nice on my side.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would just like to apologize to you. So yeah, and I just hope that this doesn't happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you don't like what you're doing until it reflects in your job. And I'm sure you can tell as well when it reflects in your job. And I don't think it's a good place to be. Like, we talk all about improving ourselves, but
Mm.
if this is the thing that makes you bad at what you do because of your mood, then it's time you improve your mood. Right?
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
what makes you happy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I think ultimately, do what makes you happy, but also be cognizant of what are things that you you have to do lah, I would say.
Yeah.
I guess for us to be able to say, I always say this to my other friends lah, cause we always say like we want to do what makes us happy.
Mhm.
But that comes from a very privileged position as well. Yeah, so we don't deny that it's not a privilege that everyone has lah. Like we take for example our parents' generation. It's not about doing what you enjoy, but it's more of, can I put food on the table?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your last encouragement to those who are thinking of pursuing their passion, or those who are also in the same position as you? Other than talking to you at Shamili Pui Pui on Instagram.
Just do it. Like, really, really, just do it. And I mean, I came from a point where it took me so many years to figure out to do it. But really, as cliche as it sounds, really just do it. And if you're concerned about money, then do it and and do something to support the money as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, I'm content with where I am. And the most important thing is to be content and find friends that will support you, okay? Like I'm really
Community.
Yes, like if you don't want me, it's fine. Just find friends that you need, okay? If it's a good friend, it's a friend who will tell you the hard truth and to support you.
Yeah.
And I think to my friends, the hard truth was to chase my dream.
Okay.
Yeah, even though it sounds impractical. But you know what? At the end of the day, if Picasso could do it, why can't you?
Wait, didn't Picasso get famous only after he died?
Or is it?
Oh no,
Sorry,
no, that
cut.
was Van Gogh.
Van
Actually,
Gogh.
I'm not sure about Picasso, to be honest.
Okay, if Elon Musk could do it, why can't you? No,
Oh,
we must
that's
think.
okay lah. Yeah.
I need to think of a creative person that did it. Okay, let's take actors for example. Yeah, if actors could do it, so could you. You know, because not many people go into acting,
You
right?
know who I'm thinking when you say actors? Yeah.
Yep, that's right. He's a great example, really.
Yeah. Are we gonna say his name? That's the question.
Shantia.
If Shanta can do it, so can you.
Yeah, if Shantia could do it, so can you. He started from, I don't know, like cashback advertisements.
Dude, it was the gambling advertisement. What do you remember?
Oh yes, it was the gambling advertisement.
Yeah.
The cashback advertisement.
I don't know what's a cashback advertisement.
It was like him just putting on the dress, and then he puts on the dress, then he puts down the dress again, and then he puts down the dress, and that's it. And he that was his showreel.
But honestly, he really worked his way up lah.
Yeah, he really did. He sacrificed a lot, and yeah, to be where he is today. Well done.
He acted on the Channel 5 drama, right?
Yes, the fried rice the fried.
No, the one about like 5 kids, then go Pulau Ubi, and then one of them lost. But then
I think
20 years later, he appeared again.
I think so.
I just don't know what the name
Sorry,
is.
Sean, I didn't watch.
Yeah, I don't watch Singaporean dramas actually.
Oh, he also started on So he used to study in MDIS,
Okay.
and then they had this advertising for their school.
Yeah.
And he just volunteered to be their model. Then his face appeared on the bus.
Nice.
Yeah, so
That's really when you know your face is going places, huh?
yeah, everyone starts somewhere, and so could you start
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah. And with that, we've come to the end of today's episode, and we'll see you in the next podcast. Bye.
Bye.